Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? We have the one and only Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Mike. How you doing?
Doing well. So you are my mortgage expert. You see lots of deals all the time. I have been potentially over my skis on this particular idea. I want to put out there. I came out about a month ago and said, you know what, folks, by the end of July, we're going to double inventory. This is a national number. We're going to go from 1 million to 2 million homes. And what that means is the nonsense, the craziness is going to slow down in most areas. So I'm curious, we're middle of May here, coming up on early June. Are your agents telling you that? Are they saying, hey, you know what? It's not 20 offers anymore. Now it's 7. And you know what? It's not 1 second. It's, it's online for 2 days. Is the market slowing down ever so subtly?
Yeah, and subtle is probably the word we've got to emphasize, because if we say housing market slowdown, that was the title of a video I put out 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Got a ton of views, got a ton of great feedback from across the country, where they said, you know what, Matt, I agree with what you're saying. And I'll clarify it for people here. What I said was, we're driving 110 miles an hour.
Right.
It feels like maybe we're going 95. And there's a subtle, we're certainly not, we didn't pull the emergency brake.
Yeah.
And we're not stopped. We're not driving backwards,
Right.
But 15 offers maybe turned into 12, and 24 hours on the market might have turned into 4 days. I'm sorry.
Right.
And the stuff that doesn't show well and it's overpriced still would have sold in 5 days previously. Maybe that's on the market for 20 days now. And so these subtle differences where, before it hits data and before you really feel it, like maybe this huge Titanic, like something's happening underwater, and we started to see this little, and when I posted the video, I just said, hey, in my experience, it feels like more offers are getting accepted. If I've got 85 or 90 people fully pre-approved and looking, I'm going to have data to look at every single week.
Exactly.
Oh, 7 people got into contract this weekend. Oh, 5. If I look back weeks prior, it's like only 1 or 2. Is something happening? Is it?
Yes.
And I'm being honest and saying, are agents writing better offers? Are clients just willing to offer more, and so they're getting more aggressive? It could be those things, but it also could be this subtle thing where, oh, Sac County's got 200 more listings. That's not a lot. We certainly need more, but maybe this slight increase
It's coming, folks. It's coming.
Yeah. And so in that video, I explain that stuff, and then I get literally 100 comments. I think I got 97 comments in the first 24 hours from across the country, where people said, you know what? My market feels like that too. We were going 95 and now we're going 80. We're still driving fast. It's still competitive. And that's something to make clear. Don't think you're going to go out tomorrow and offer 380 on a $400,000 listing and get it, but if it's slightly less competitive, it feels like we're going in the right direction for buyers, at least. Right. Yes. And so,
well, I think for sellers too, let's be clear, right? Sellers don't really win when there's 20 offers. It's a headache for them as well, right? They list with a good price. So, but yeah, I think you're right. I think again, we were going 100 or going 150 or some stupid number. Like the country was up 17% year on year last month. Just nuts. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing that. That ends badly, right? We're going to go up, maybe we go up 11 this year and maybe we go up 6 the year after. Let's be clear. I am not calling a real estate crash. There is no Ken McElroy 40% crash coming. It's not. It is going to slow down. We are going to have more inventory. The stuff that's overpriced and doesn't show well will sit. We will see price drops from people being greedy and being late, right? If you were early, it would have sold. You're late, it's not going to sell, right? The market is changing. And I can say this because I look every day. My students look every day and they're telling me, Michael, there's 20 more listings. My search criteria used to have 3. Now it has 13. That doesn't sound like a lot, but on the margins, that's a 400% increase.
Yeah.
Right, folks, it's happening. Do the homework, do the work. The prettiest, the nicest, the best location is still going to sell remarkably fast. But that leaves 80% of the market where maybe you can do your work and find a deal and find, for our investors, find that odd property that just doesn't go owner occupied. It's coming. I'm so excited to have called that early. And I think I'm going to be proven right.
Yeah. I didn't want to put myself out on the line. So when I talk about it, I just say my buddy Mike Zuber thinks that by the end of July. And so
Pointed that guy.
if you're right, if you're wrong, it's all on you. It's just like, hey, I just said my buddy Mike Zuber said it. So
That's all right. Works for me, man. I don't
I'll let him fall on the sword. But
Oops.
rooting for it, and it looks like we're headed in that right direction. I know, Southern California,
Yeah.
Florida, Texas, people I've talked to all over, subtle.
Yeah, like Jeb. I just spoke with Jeb. Thank you for the introduction. He's like we had that conversation. I think it was 45 minutes. I published last week or Sunday or whatever it was. And he's like, he sent me a note after. He's like, you know what? There's 15 more listings. You might be right. I'm like, damn right, I'm right. I see this stuff every day. God damn it.
And that's the thing. You and your students every single day. Me and my clients every single day. The people that are in it see it every day. It might not reach the Sacramento Bee or the Fresno Tribune or whatever the newspaper is, right?
For 6 months.
Right.
They'll be late.
Right. And they're going to talk about it, in December. But for us who have boots on the ground, we see it and feel it. And I think it was Jeb who talked about it. And I agree with this 1,000%. Is there's going to be more listings when there are more listings, because people are going to start to list, and then people go, oh my gosh,
I got to get out too.
I got to list too. I got to list too. And consumer behavior is a funny thing where,
that's why I follow the consumer. They're the fact that consumers act as a herd needs to be taught in school. I mean, it's so obvious, but unless you're watching, you don't see it.
Right. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I like your call. I think your call is aggressive, and so
that's fun.
We'll see. Yeah, it is fun. And I do it all the time where I'm just like, I'm going to publish this and put this out, and 90% of the time I'll be wrong, but it'll be fun for the 1 in 10 shot where I'm right. Yeah, for sure.
Well, cool, man. I just want to make sure you're seeing it. I look in a very small market comparatively to the country, but my students are all over. So I just wanted to check. And yeah, I do think I still feel good. End of July, 2 million, what are they called? Existing homes listed. So we'll see.
Okay,
see what
cool.
happens.
Yeah, just a quick shout for anybody who's looking to get pre-approved or talk to me about buying in California. Just shoot me an email, matt@mattthemortgageguy.com. I set up a landing page because people wanted referrals to an out-of-state broker. Greatmortgagebroker.com. It's 6 quick questions.
Oh, nice.
and it just forwards you to a broker who I know is going to take care of you. Somebody put a comment on my page and they said, oh my gosh, Matt, somebody answered his call at some crazy time from an out-of-state broker I referred to him. And that's the thing too. If I refer you to somebody who doesn't take care of you, that person just gets cut off.
Yes,
because I've got a reputation to protect. So know that if you go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out those 6 questions, you'll be referred to somebody who's going to take good care of you.
Yeah. And a couple of quick things, folks. If you are in California and you have a 30-year mortgage rate with a 4 on it, you need to reach out to Matt the Mortgage Guy now. I don't know that you're going to have rates in 2s and 3s forever. Well, I know you won't have them forever. We'll see if it happens for another year. If you're looking to buy in California, you want a broker that's on point and will help you, need to reach out to Matt the Mortgage Guy. How do you want them to do that?
Just an email, Matt, M-A-T-T @mattthemortgageguy.com. Generally, the more information you can put in there, the better. And we'll set up a call on my calendar. Sometimes with the pre-approvals, honestly, the best way to start is application and docs, because we can have general conversations about a lot of stuff and not really get anywhere. Once I have some stuff to go off of, then I say, based on your specific scenario, your credit score, your down payment, your profile, like here's what I have for you, and here's the advice I have for you personally. And so that's what I've been pushing to do lately. And folks, there's some resistance to that sometimes, but it's my $31 to pull the credit report. All it takes a little bit of your time.
There you go. All right, buddy. Thank you for your time this week. All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Mike.
You got it.